Hi, welcome back to another video, and in this video we will be ranking and reviewing the first 3 episodes of Inanimate Insanity Season 4. I know this seems soon for this type of video, but I wanted to give you all my opinions on the episodes so far. This video also acts as a kind of taster for a future video I'm planning where I review all of Season 2. Make sure to hit that bell and subscribe so you can be notified for when I upload that. Third place, Episode 3. Sadly, the most recent episode is my least favourite, but this isn't because it's bad. Honestly, I love it so much. I love all of the mystery that the segment where Test Tube tapped into the outside world's TV signals brought, and I absolutely loved Poppy and Lightbulb in this episode. I'm very intrigued to where MeTag took Poppy, and I can't wait for that to be answered in the future. I think a reason why it is my least favourite out of the episodes we have so far is that I did expect it to be less focused on the competition. I thought this because in a Q&A they did say that episode 3 would be non-competition based, so yeah. I guess when it came out I felt a little disappointed from that. I also felt that although it was very important in establishing the teams and dynamics, it felt a bit boring in some parts. I also missed Toilet and I was sad he didn't appear in the episode, but that's a me problem. I am very excited to see what happens from here in the show, and I think this episode did a good job on conveying that, so I will give it a 7 out of 10. Yeah, so as you can see, none of my opinions on the episodes so far are negative. Second place, Episode 1. Honestly, if not for all the screen time Toilet got in this episode may have been third place, but I will start with the positives. I do like the new characters and the returning Season 1 characters. I think they add a lot to the season so far, and yeah, the play was a good way to do an intro, but there were some things about it I hope they kind of address in the future. Like, I felt the way they handled Miphone's story was a bit, but maybe that was intentional. Also, the fact that everyone participating in the play were the people closest to him, down to his favourite contestants, Bot, Yin Yang, Balloon, was a little evil. I was also worried at first about Toilet playing Cobbs in the play, but I really like how they made him be distressed when it came to the parts that would obviously cause him discomfort, and I like that the floor did acknowledge that he did go off script. I also like that the rest of the tour introduced us to the new locations such as the restaurant and hospital, and the structure their society follows. I also absolutely adored the OSC song, and it makes me very hopeful that we may get some more songs in the future. I like that not everyone was on board with the game. I'm so glad that they made Marshmallow and Toilet firmly against it because it makes so much sense for their characters. I remember when the episode first came out, it was so cool seeing everyone speculate on what type of character Poppy would be. I definitely think they are one of the best additions to this season so far. I think I will give this episode an 8.5 out of 10 because I just really enjoyed it and it made me so hyped for the season ahead. First, Episode 2. This episode is hands down amazing. I love it so much. I think it may be one of my favourite Inanimate Insanity episodes in general, and I nearly have the whole thing memorised now. Firstly, I like how they continued off from where the first episode left off with Poppy. I also really liked how they are continuing the plot of Toilet not being in the best place mentally after the events of Season 2. I could go more in depth about this, but I will leave this for my deep dive essay I have planned of his character. Make sure you subscribe with notice if you want to see that video. But as a TLDR of the moment, I like how it does make so much sense for Toilet to think that Poppy was Cobbs, since in the past, he personally has been deceived by someone who was controlled by Cobbs, Adam. So it would make sense that this would give him flashbacks. I am upset, however, that quite a lot of people misinterpreted this scene though. Moving on from Toilet, I think the challenge of this episode is very fun and an awesome way to get to know the new competitors more, as well as getting some hints to returning characters' potential arcs this season. I think it did a good job of introducing the game aspects of the season. As a side note, this episode really made me love Cammy. I think their whole thing about worshipping Miphone is so funny considering their past and most of the characters' feelings towards Miphone right now, so this really helped him stand out to me. I was also so glad they gave Poppy the personality they did because I think it really fits them. I think they did a good job of introducing them this episode. The ending of this episode was especially great as I think it was the first really serious event of this season, and the ending was so impactful and created so much mystery for the next episode. I think I will give this episode a 9.5 out of 10 because I loved it so much. And that's all the episodes that have been released so far. My final rankings are Episode 2 at number 1, Episode 1 at number 2, and Episode 3 at number 3, fittingly. Thank you all so much for watching, and of course let me know your favourite episodes so far down in the comments.